This call is now being recorded.
Alright, okay. Today will be our third session. Okay, in this session, we'll be learning on concentration measurements. So now, what's exactly concentration measurement? When we're talking about concentration measurement, it's about talking about solvent, solution, their concentrations in different types of measurements. You can calculate it in various ways. Okay, before I go on into explaining the formulas one by one, I'm just going to explain to you guys what is all this. Okay, number one, you guys have to know very well what is solute. Solute is basically the component inside of it. Okay, let's say we are talking about potassium chloride. Potassium chloride is dissolute. But when we are talking about aqueous potassium chloride, or let's say potassium chloride solution, what does it mean? It means dia dah bercampur dengan solvent. It's mixed up with a solvent. And this solvent is usually water. Okay? Which means satu bahan tambah dengan air, baru you akan dapat solution. Alright guys? Dua ni tambah, baru you akan dapat solution. Please bear that in mind very well because you guys might just confuse, okay, dia bagi solution, okay, just masukkan value ni. No. Kalau dia nak solvent, dia nak solvent. Kalau dia nak solute, dia nak solute. You must know properly solute adalah bahan. Solvent, usually solvent will be water. Okay? Now, this is the first ever formula that you guys should and supposed to know. Mass of solution equals to mass of solute plus mass of solvent. Okay, kalau nak cari mass of solute, apa you kena buat? Mathematics biasa. Mass of solution tolak mass of solvent, you will get mass of solute. Kalau nak cari mass of solvent, nak buat apa? Mass of solution tolak mass of solute, you will get mass of solvent. Okay, formulas dalam subtopik ni kalau tak tulis tak ada markah. Every time you rewrite formulas kan satu markah. Let's say dia suruh cari mole fraction. Tapi untuk cari mole fraction, you have to find molarity dulu. Let's say, okay? You have to find molarity dulu. Lepas tu you have to find molality dulu. Baru boleh dapat mole fraction. Okay, for you to write down molarity punya formula satu markah. You writing down molality punya formula satu markah. You writing down mole fraction punya formula satu markah. Tengok, formula pun dah 3 markah over here. Belum lagi working solution. Okay, so every single time you want to do calculations, you have to write down your formulas. No formulas, no marks. Okay, that's number one. Number two, units. Make sure all your units in your formulas are correct. Kalau ada kilogram, kilogram lah. Jangan pergi tukar pergi gram. Kalau dia bagi gram, tukar pergi kilogram. Macam mana? Bahagi 1000. Kalau kilogram, maintain. Alright? Okay. Now, let's go in one by one to the formulas. Number one, molarity. We have molarity. Molarity kalau nama senang dia concentration lah. Okay? Molarity is number of moles of solute, bahan, bracket mole, over volume of solution, keseluruhan, dalam liter. Dalam liter. Not milliliter, it's liter. Okay? Next, molality. Molality is number of moles of solute. Same thing over here, okay? Atas dia sama. Tapi always remember molarity and molality is two different things. When it comes to molality, you divide it by the mass of solvent. Tak tahu nak cari mass of solvent macam mana? Rujuk balik formula ni. Mass of solution equals to mass of solute plus mass of solvent. Dalam kilogram. Okay? That's number 2. Number 3, mole fraction. Nama pun dah ada, mole. Fraction sebelum ni kita dah belajar apa? Maksud dia juga ratio kan? Same thing over here. Mole fraction. The idea of mole fraction is basically satu komponen bahagi dengan keseluruhan komponen. Okay? Same thing macam sebelum-sebelum ni. Kita nak cari satu benda. Definitely satu bahagi kesemuanya baru boleh cari satu benda tu daripada keseluruhan. So, mole fraction punya formula adalah number of moles of a component. Component ni apa? Let's say we are talking about methanol in the solution. So, you have to put methanol punya number of mole dekat atas, bahagi methanol tambah air punya number of mole. Okay? In mole, bahagi total number of moles. Okay? Please remember that. Now, that is mole fraction. Alright. Next, percentage by mass. Percentage ni, you must bear in your mind, total dia akan jadi 100%. Okay? Now, Why are they talking specifically by mass? Sebab we are only taking mass of solute in grams over mass of solution in grams. Okay, before I further up, number one, untuk percentage by mass, kalau unit atas gram, unit bawah kilogram. Sorry, unit atas gram, unit bawah gram. Kalau unit atas kilogram, unit bawah kilogram. The units has to be same. Okay, tapi tak kisahlah unit apa, miligram pun boleh. Asal atas dengan bawah sama. Sebab when it comes to fraction, the answers are going to be the same. Alright? Please bear that in mind. Mass of solute over mass of solution. Okay. Tapi there's another case. Kalau percentage by mass, dia tanya untuk solvent, tukar je lah atas dia. Mass of solvent over mass of solution. Sebab solute is a component. Solvent is another component. Solution is dua-dua tambah. Kalau dia suruh cari satu, satu tu bagi keseluruhan. Dia nak lagi satu. Selalunya solvent water kan. Just cari solvent over keseluruhan juga. Benda yang sama. Alright? Next, let's move on to percentage by volume. Okay, this is the same thing. Same concept, percentage total 100%. Tapi kali ni, volume. When it comes to volume, just change the mass to volume. Volume of solute over volume of solution. It can be volume of solvent over volume of solution. Remember, kat bawah ni selalu solution untuk percentages. Okay? And same thing over here, units. Kalau atas liter, bawah liter. Atas mililiter, bawah mililiter. Darab 100%. Kenapa kena darab 100%? Sebab percentage kan. Apa-apa bahagi keseluruhan darab 100%. For you to get the exact number or exact answers of percentage. Okay? Alright. Now, before I move on, I'd like to restate that kalau tulis formula, satu markah. Itu satu. Nombor dua, please bear in mind ada perbezaan molarity atau molality. Okay? Molarity is usually kalau nama singkat dia nak cakap in simple terms is concentration. Okay? That is number 2. Number 3, let's say you guys dah calculate semua benda. Lepas tu dia suruh cari mass of solution. Tulis balik formula ni. Kalau tak tulis, you will not be getting any marks. Please make sure you write back. That you will get another mark. Alright guys, before I move on, any questions about this?
No.
Alright, okay. Thank you guys. Alright, now let's move on one by one. I'm going to explain to you guys one by one how the formulas works. Alright, number 1. This is an example of molarity. Okay, 300 milliliter of solution containing 0.85 mole of glucose is given. Okay, you guys baca soalan dia kan? In this subtopic je, skip terus kepada persoalan yang ada question mark. That is the trick. Okay? Skip the statement dulu. Statement dia might be confusing. Dia akan cakap belah sini ada apa, belah situ ada apa. Look at the final sentence. What is the molar concentration? Molar concentration, just now I said, concentration is molarity. So you write back the formula dulu. Molarity equals to moles of solute tau, over liters of solution. Okay. You guys can also write macam tadi, number of moles of solute, bracket mole, over volume of solution, bracket liters. I just turn it around. See, my liters is outside, my moles is outside. Alright? Itu yang pertama. Tulis dulu formula. Now, untuk cari molarity, you must have what? Number of moles of solute. Now baru read back the question. 300 ml of solution containing 0.85 mole of glucose is given. Maksud dia, solution dia adalah glucose tambah something else. You can't be simply assuming water. Selalunya dia water lah, tapi some situation dia takkan jadi water. So, terang-terang kat sini ada, ini adalah volume of solution. 0.85 mole ini adalah glucose. Jadi, glucose adalah salah satu komponen dalam solution tersebut. Automatically, this will be your number of moles of solute. Glucose will be your solute. So, soalan ni direct je. Just tulis balik 0.85 moles over volume of solution. Kalau you guys don't want to do let's say you guys don't want to do 300 kan, 300 bahagi 1000 dapat berapa liter kan, you guys can straight over here can write 300 bahagi 1000 brackets liter. Okay, then you will get your answers. Alright, okay, dalam sini you guys can also do another extra step, 0.85 mole over 0.3 liters, then you get the answer. Jawapan dia, okay, ini adalah units. Jawapan dia, let's say jawapan in whatsoever, okay, you punya jawapan can be in two ways. Number one, capital M, okay, atau mole per liter. Kenapa? Liter ni bawa atas lah, okay, capital M or mole per liter. Okay, itu yang kedua. Yang ketiga, kadang-kadang dia akan bagi molarity terus. Let's say dia bagi 3.5 molarity. Tulis value ni dalam formula dulu. Lepas tu baru cari ada tak apa-apa data daripada situation atau situasi yang diberi. Kalau ada, masukkan dalam formula. Whichever part. Then you find the missing components. Macam mana nak cari? Guna mathematics. Lepas ni I'll teach you a couple of situations, okay? That is number 3. Number 4, tak selalu dia akan bagi M huruf besar ni. To confuse you, they will just simply put in the sentence mole per liter. This is to confuse you. The moment they start confusing you about this, you must automatically snap. Okay, mole per liter tu apa? Jom try. Mole per liter. Mole tu number of moles of solute. Over liter. Liter tu volume of solution. Molarity lah. They're talking about molarity over here. Okay, please bear that in mind. Alright, now any questions before I move on to molality? Yes, any questions? Alright, okay, there's no questions. Let's move on to molality. Now, when we are talking about molality, remember molarity berbeza. Okay? Sekarang, let's have a look at the question. What is the molality? Okay, soalan dah directly cakap molality. Of a solution that contains 500 mole of, okay, benda ni kalau tak tahu dia punya nama pun tak apa. Yang penting, yang paling penting you know is general formula. Kalau tak tahu general formula macam mana nak calculate number of mole? Kenapa? Mass over molar mass equals to number of moles. Nak cari molar mass macam mana? Kena tahu formula. So, formula ni lebih penting daripada nama. Kadang-kadang dia bagi nama, tapi selalunya nama tu akan jadi as simple as possible so that you guys know what is the formula. Okay, dia tak akan bagi super long. Atau dia bagi complicated formula, let's say dia bagi complicated words. Tapi dalam bracket dia akan bagi juga formula dia kalau dia complicated sangat. Alright? Now continue. In 4,577.2 grams of water. Alright. Dia suruh saya apa? Molality. Tulis dulu molality equals to number of moles of solute, okay, over mass of solvent, kilogram. Sini ada tak kilogram? Terang-terang tiada kan? Okay, hold on dulu. Sekarang, baru buat calculation. Number of moles of solute. What is the molality of a solution that contains 500 moles of this particular compound? Dia suruh cari molality of a solution that contains, yang ada. The moment ada perkataan macam ni kan, whatever comes next is the components. Components tu apa I said earlier? Solutes, right? So, dalam sini ada satu je solute. Automatically you can sub it into the formula. Alright? 500 moles. 500 moles of this. In 4,577.2 grams of water. Tadi kita dah bincang apa? Solvent usually dia akan jadi water. Sekarang 500 moles of this particular compound in this particular solvent. Baru akan jadi solution ni. Sebab mass of solute plus mass of solvent equals to mass of solution. Right now, you want to find mass of solvent. Tapi dalam kilogram, dia dah bagi 4577.2 grams. Bahagi je dengan 1000. Don't forget kilogram. Tiada unit, no marks. So, then, you'll be getting an answer over here. Okay. Yang penting, final answers unit dia. Tadi molarity, capital M. Molality is small m. Tolong please write properly and tolong tunjuk beza. M dia capital, M dia kecil. Jangan M capital pun macam ni, M kecil pun macam ni. M capital, make it as sharp as possible. M kecil, okay, curvy so that dia memang M kecil. Molality, alright? Atau you want to write also, you can also write like this. Mol per kilogram. Kenapa? kg ni dia bawa atas. Itu je. Alright, itu adalah dua benda penting. Yang ketiga, same thing over here in molality, they might just give you this formula. This unit. Let's say dia bagi 3M. 3M ni bukan 3 meter, 3 molal. We call it molal. 3 molal, maksud dia automatically masukkan value ni dalam formula dia. The moment you put it in the formula, you know, okay, satu komponen dah ada. Yang ini dah ada. So, kena cari yang ini. Atau, yang ini dah ada. Yang atas dah ada. So, kena cari yang ini. Macam mana nak cari? Guna mathematics biasa. Alright? Okay, guys. Any questions before we move on to the next part?
No.
Alright, okay, thank you. Now, let's move on to the next part. Okay, now, we are talking about mole fraction in this case. Mole fraction, basically, ideas dia senang is ratio. Okay, ratio. Now, to find mole fraction, I've said previously, one component over total component. Let's have a look at the question. What is the mole fraction of copper chloride in a solution prepared by dissolving 0.3 mole of copper chloride in 40 mole of water? Soalan dia apa? Mole fraction. Tulis dulu formula. Mole fraction equals to number of moles of one component, basically solute lah kan. Selalunya solute. Dia kalau dia suruh cari solvent, then letaklah untuk solvent, okay? Over total number of moles. Alright. How do you do this? Let's have a look one by one. What is the mole fraction of copper chloride in a solution? Maksudnya copper chloride termasuk dalam solution ni. Which means copper chloride is one of the components. The moment it's one of the components, it's dissolute. Prepared by dissolving 0.3 mole of copper chloride in 40 mole of water. Maksudnya benda ni masuk dalam ni. What masuk dalam what? Solute masuk dalam solvent, baru jadi solution. Sebab tengok sini terang-terang water. Takkanlah water selalunya solute. Water solvent, okay? Solute masuk dalam solvent. So, sini tak payah fikir banyak-banyak sebab dia dah ada bagi. Dia dah convert pergi mole sini. So, you just do yourself. 0.3 mole over. Okay, jangan lupa ini total kan? Total bukan 40 je. Kalau 40 je is number of moles of solvent. Ini total. So, solute tambah solvent. So, it will be 0.3 plus 40 bracket mole. Kena darab 100 tak? Tak, sebab dia cakap fraction, bukan percentage. Jadi, tak payah darab 100. Units, no units. Just your value over here. Alright, tiada unit apa-apa. Alright guys, any questions before we move on to the next part?
No.
Alright, okay, thank you. Now, let's move on to the next part. In this next part, we will be talking about percentage by mass. Remember, tadi mole fraction tiada darab 100. Sekarang percentage by mass, ada darab 100. Okay. Let's have a look at the question. What is the concentration? Tengok concentration, yes, it's molarity. Tapi, look here properly. This means percentage by mass. W is basically the mass lah, okay, of the solution formed when 7.3 gram of salt is dissolved in 33 grams of water. Alright. Tulis dulu formula, percentage by mass. Kenapa dia suruh cari percentage by mass? So, percentage by mass is mass of solute over mass of solution. Kalau tak tahu bawah dia solvent ke solution, just ingat, apa-apa pun satu komponen per total komponen. Definitely it will be solution. Darab 100. Okay. Now, let's have a look back at the question. What is the concentration percentage by mass of the solution formed when 7.3 grams of salt is dissolved in? The moment there's words dissolved in, maksudnya yang ini masuk dalam seterusnya. Definitely and automatically this will be your solute. And whatever next will be your solvent. Solvent dia apa? Nak double check, tengok sini, water. Alright, so you can just write down the value. 7.3 grams, you punya mass of solute, which is your salt, bahagi dengan total, okay? Not solvent sahaja. 7.3 tambah 33, brackets gram. Darab 100, jangan lupa darab 100. Kerana jawapan anda, final answers will be in percentage. You get a value in percentage. Sangat-sangat penting. Alright? Okay. Now, for percentage by mass, this is one of the ways they'll ask. Number two, they might give you, let's say, dia punya percentage by mass 32% equals to mass of solute over mass of solution. Okay. You know this is the formula kan? Okay. Belah sini, walaupun 32%, I understand 32% is equals to 32 over 100. Tapi, because here already darab 100 in the formula, sini maintain 32 je. So you'll bring this 100 over there. Over 100 equals to mass of solute over mass of solution. Kenapa? This one always occurs when you want to find one of the things. So example, dia suruh cari mass of solute. Then you have to push your mass of solution over there, darab dia. Kalau dia suruh cari mass of solution, you have to bring down your mass of solute over there. Okay? Now, kalau dia suruh cari mass of solvent, cari dulu mass of solution. Kenapa? You guys know very well mass of solute plus mass of solvent equals to mass of solution. You can easily take mass of solution, tolak mass of solute to get your mass of solvent. Alright, please bear that in mind. Alright guys, any questions before we move on to the next one?
No.
Alright, okay, thank you. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, we are going to learn here the last part, which is percentage by volume. Percentage juga, tapi kali ini volume. Volume dia ingat same units, no matter what. Kalau nak cakap milliliter pun milliliter lah, tapi make sure the whole way it's all about milliliters. Alright? Now, let's have a look at the question. A 0.45 liter of perfume contains 0.031 liter of alcohol. What is the percentage by volume of alcohol in this solution? Alright. Now, tulis dulu formula. Dia suruh cari apa? Percentage by volume. Percentage by volume is volume of solute over volume of solution. Darab 100. Okay. Dekat sini, jangan dulu tulis your units. Kenapa? Tengok balik soalan. Kalau units dalam soalan semua sama, follow soalan. Tak payah susah-susahkan, tak payah pening-pening. Okay? Now, let's have a look at the question dulu. Sini liters kan? Sini liters. Just write liters over here. Senangkan kerja you. Alright? Now, let's try to put in values according to situation. A 0.45 liter of perfume contains 0.031 liter of alcohol. Okay. Jangan confuse which one is solute. Okay now. Perfume kita got a lot of components kan? One of them is alcohol. When we are talking about one of the component, itulah solute anda. perfume is the whole thing. Semua benda anda campur jadi perfume. Tapi alkohol adalah salah satu komponen dalam perfume. That means that will be your solute. What is the volume of your solute? 0.031 liter. Alright, next. What will be your volume of solution? Your volume of solution will be this one tambah this one. As usual, don't forget, you kena tambah. Alright? 0.031 tambah 0.45 liter darab 100. You will get your answers. Please make sure you guys put your percentage. Alright? Please don't ever forget to write your percentage. Okay, that is for percentage by volume. There's another case whereby they will be giving you your percentage of volume. Let's say they bagi 32% also. Okay, jangan lupa in this case pun 32 maintain. Kenapa? Belah sini volume of solute over volume of solution darab 100. 100 ini sudah represent your percentage. Kenapa? When you want to find one of this component, you will end up tolak ni belah sini. Okay? Alright guys. Any questions before we move on to your examples?
CJ.
Yes. Yes, any questions?
Can I have further another explanation on the why perfume why perfume must be added with alcohol to become
Dissolution.
volume of solution. Ya. Kan
Okay.
perfume sudah jadi solution sudah kan?
Oh, okay. I get you with this question. Alright. Dalam sini, 0.45 of perfume. Okay. This is what we always say. Kalau dia terang-terang bagi dekat sini, solution baru, volume of solution will be this amount. Dekat sini, they are talking about perfume. Okay, we are only talking about perfume. Let's say this is one of the components and this is your solvent. Let's say what I did was correct, okay? This is your solute, this is your solvent. Baru akan jadi perfume yang asli sebab this is one of the solute. Kalau dekat sini dia tak state apa-apa, don't ever assume this is your solution. Walaupun logically in English it is your solution. In chemistry it's different. Kalau dia cakap terang-terang that solution, then that is your solution. If not, you have to plus one by one, which means that will be your solute and that will be your solvent. Sebab perfume ni can also be not the whole aspect of perfume. It can be just the water part atau just the gas part or whatsoever. But in a solution base or in aqueous base. Lepas tu baru tambah dengan solute anda. Kalau dia tak tulis, jangan simply assume. Alright? Okay?
Okay, faham sudah.
Alright, okay. Thank you. Good question. Now, let's have a look at this question. Okay, for these questions,
CJ.
yes. Alright, there's chats, I guess. Okay. Hold on. Let me check. Okay. You guys have questions, right? Okay. Nilai solute lagi kecil daripada nilai solution. Yes. Your nilai solute akan jadi lebih kecil daripada solution. Kenapa? Sebab logic. Okay, part ni memang logic sangat lah. Let's say you guys nak buat kek kan. Kek tu kan besar. Tapi nak buat kek, guna apa? Telur. Telur tu lebih kecil daripada kek kan. That is the same idea over here. Solute is your components. Bila we cakap tentang komponen, dia komponen akan jadi kecil. Takkan komponen lebih besar daripada produk. Kalau macam tu, produk tu besar mana? Let's say korang nak buat one tower, let's say nak buat KLCC. KLCC tu produk anda atau solution anda. What is the components? Bricks. Bricks atau bata adalah kecil. That's why solute is always smaller than the solution. Alright, you get it? Okay, now let's have a look at answering techniques. Okay, I'm not going to be explaining to you guys this is the answer and so on. No, I'm going to explain to you guys how to answer these kind of questions. All right, okay. Let's have a go with question number 1. In question number 1, it states, calculate the molality of sulfuric acid solution. Okay, calculate the molality of sulfuric acid solution. Tunggu dulu, baca dulu. Containing 24.4 grams of sulfuric acid in 165.12 liters of water. Given the density of water is 1 kilogram per liter. Alright guys, dia suruh cari apa? Molality. Just now what I said, tulis dulu your formula. Molality equals to number of moles of solute over mass of solvent. Okay, I singkatkan tau. Number of moles dengan N, mass dengan kg. You guys have to write full. Okay, alright. Calculate the molality of sulfuric acid solution. Okay, sulfuric acid solution, you guys have to know the formula. I'm not going to give you the formulas and so on. You guys are going to do this yourself lepas ni. I'm just going to teach you how you analyze questions and how walaupun data dia serabut or data dia here and there, you guys know what to do. Alright. Number 1, know your formulas. Number 2, know what is the formula, chemical formula of this particular thing that we are talking about. Containing 24.4 grams of sulfuric acid in 165.12 liters of water. Given the density of water is 1 kilogram per liter. We are talking about density of water. What is the formula for density? Density equals to mass over volume. Okay, right now, your mass, tengok sini your density of water is 1. Your mass over here, you tak tahu. Tapi, your volume over here is 165.12. So, can you find your mass? You guys can find your mass. Maintain it in kilogram. Kenapa? Sini dah ada kilogram. Kalau sini gram, baru tukar pergi kilogram. Kenapa? Jawapan dia nak dalam kilogram. Kalau sini kilogram, maintain kilogram. Itu step number 1. So, you have found your mass of solvent. Kenapa? We are talking about water. Water is a solvent. Bawah settle. Solute. Solute dia apa? Sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid got 24.4 gram. Macam mana nak cari number of moles? Previously we have done. Number of moles equals to mass over molar mass. Mass in grams, molar mass in grams per mole. So, gram dia dah bagi 24.4 gram. Molar mass nak cari mana? Cari dulu chemical formula dia. Then, rujuk your table of elements yang I dah bagi. Plus all together, find your molar mass of sulfuric acid. Lepas tu, dapatkan number of moles of solute. Kenapa? Sulfuric acid tambah water dapat solution. So, sulfuric acid is your solute. Masukkan value dalam sini, yang ini masukkan value dalam sini. Okay. Cara permakahan dia macam mana? 1, you will get marks for this. 2, you will get marks for this. 3, you'll get marks for this. 4, get marks for this. And your final answer, you'll get marks. Alright guys, this one please pay attention sebab soalan dia nampak direct tapi selalu tricky, selalu involves a couple of things that you guys have to do. Okay, any questions before we move on to the second example?
No.
Alright, okay, thank you. Let's move on to the second example. In this second example, the question asks, determine the mole fraction of potassium chloride in 3000 grams of aqueous solution containing 37.3 grams of potassium chloride. Okay, tak payah bingung. Tengok soalan tahu. We want to find mole fraction. We want to find mole fraction equals to number of moles of the component over number of moles of total. Alright, so please make sure you guys write the full formula ya, baru dapat markah. Kalau short form tiada markah. That's the first step. Now, determine the mole fraction of potassium chloride. Maksudnya dia nak potassium chloride. Automatically snap in your mind, potassium chloride will definitely be one of the components. Okay? In 3000 grams of aqueous solution. Maksud dia, tengok, sini ada kan perkataan solution terang-terang. Which means 3000 grams will be the solution. Alright. Tapi dekat sini, number of moles. You guys know very well, number of moles equals to mass over molar mass. Mass in grams. Molar mass in grams per mole. Kalau dia bagi sini mass kilogram, tukar pergi gram dulu. Kenapa? Sebab your molar mass is in grams per mole. Dapatkan number of moles of your solution. Dalam sini, tak payah sudah anda bingung sangat what is the solvent punya stuff. Solvent punya mass and so on. No worries. Sebab dia dah terang sini. Solution. Solution dia total. Okay. Component. Potassium chloride. 37.3 grams. Dah bagi terang-terang. Do your same thing. Mass over molar mass. Get the number of moles. Put it over here. Lepas tu baru jawapan. Jawapan tiada unit. Okay. Because it's just a fraction. Alright. Okay guys. Any questions before we move on to the next one?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
CJ.
Yes. Yeah, sure.
Macam mana? Apa tu? Kan dua-dua ni KCl kan? I mean potassium chloride. Jadi how to know? Wait. I don't understand apa yang di bawah. Apa tu kan mole fraction ni untuk cari apa? The component kan?
Yeah.
Punya mole. Macam mana? Cuba how to say? I don't know how to interpret my question in my head.
It's okay. I think I understand. I'll explain it again. And kalau ada apa-apa, tanya balik. Okay?
Okay.
Alright. Okay. Sekarang ni, dia suruh cari determine the mole fraction of potassium chloride sahaja. Tapi solution dia adalah aqueous. Maksud dia potassium chloride tambah H2O atau water. Ini baru solution. Sekarang dia suruh cari KCl sahaja. Jadi dekat sini dia bagi 3000 grams of aqueous solution. Maksudnya ini adalah mass of your solution. Potassium chloride tambah water. Potassium chloride tambah water. Baru akan jadi aqueous solution. Solution, okay? Bukan solvent, bukan solute. Solute adalah KCl tambah solvent adalah water, jadi aqueous solution. That is number one. Number two, solute anda. Solute anda terang-terang dekat sini KCl. Kenapa? H2O adalah solvent. KCl, solute. Dah bagi you punya mass 37.3 grams of KCl. Maksud dia 37.3 grams of potassium chloride is your solute dalam whatever form it can be in. Liquid form, it can be in solid form. Tapi it is your solute. Tambah dengan water, which is your solvent, baru boleh jadi aqueous solution of potassium chloride. Okay, do you understand?
Faham. Baru faham.
Okay, alright. Thank you. That was a good question. Now, let's move on to the next one. Calculate the amount of water. Calculate the amount of water in grams. Okay, tengok sini. Dalam bracket in grams. Maksudnya benda ni penting tau. In grams that must be added to 5 grams of urea in the preparation of 16.2% by mass solution. Alright. Skip dulu all the part. Tengok part paling penting yang dia dah bagi paling banyak info. 16.2% by mass solution. Ini apa? percentage by mass. Okay, directly as usual as I said, write down the formula dulu. Percentage by mass equals to mass of solute over mass of solution. Sini apa dia minta? In grams. Tulis gram. Gram darab 100. Okay. Dia bagi 16.2% by mass solution. Maksudnya ini adalah jawapan kepada segala-gala calculation yang you akan letak dalam formula ni. Jadi 16.2 is the answer. Tadi I said apa? Walaupun dia cakap 16.2%, jangan letak over 100. Kenapa? We are still in the end gonna bring this 100 over there. Alright? Okay, now. How do you want to find mass of solute and so on? This question is quite direct. Calculate the amount of water. Water apa? Solvent. The amount of water. Maksud dia, you kena cari your solvent, mass of solvent. That must be added to 5 gram of urea. Maksudnya 5 gram of urea is your solute. Urea tambah water akan dapat produk. Produk tu nama dia solution. Urea anda adalah solute. You want to find what is the chemical formula of urea? Just Google it up. You'll get the answers. Right now, the important part is you guys know what is solute, what is solvent, what is solution. Solute dekat sini 5 grams of urea. Because dia suruh cari, calculate the amount of water, your solvent. Baru urea tambah water dapat solution. Dekat sini, mass of solute, I can briefly write this is 5.00 gram. Nak cari apa? Mass of solution. Darab 100. Okay. Cari dulu your mass of solution. Jangan risau. Walaupun dia tanya mass of water ni solvent. Kita cari mass of solution. Mana kaitan? Jangan risau. Kenapa? Kita ada lagi satu formula. Mass of solution equals to mass of solute plus mass of solvent. Solute dah ada 5 grams. Solvent kena cari. Regarding to the question, you have to find solvent, mass of water. Mass of solution, tu you dah cari dekat sini. Masukkanlah kat sini. Buat mathematics, dapat your mass of solvent. That is how you want to do it. Alright, any questions before we move on?
Tapi kan macam mana nak cari solution? Macam kurang info.
Macam mana nak cari mass of solution? Okay. 16.2 is your percentage by mass. Dah bagi dah kat sini. 16.2% by mass solution. Okay. Equals to mass of solute telah diberi dekat sini 5 gram. 5 gram of urea. Urea is your solute. Letaklah 5 gram. Mass of solution you don't know. Darab 100. 100 tolak belah situ. Question mark ni letak atas. Bawa you punya value kat sini. You will get your answer of question mark. Basic mathematics. You will get your mass solution. Alright?
Alright, okay.
Okay, thank you. Let's move on to the last and final example. Okay. Let's have a look at this question. Water is added to 25 milliliter of a 0.866 molar KNO3 solution. Alright now. Potassium nitrate solution. Now, 0.866 M huruf besar ni is your molarity. Okay. Sekarang tak payah kisah sangat about your chemical formula and so on. We need to focus on what is the question asking. Untuk di subtopic, work from behind. Tengok dari bawah. See, this is the question actually. So you are actually focusing on the last sentence. Dari bawah, you work pergi atas. That is the trick to answer this question. Not from atas, work pergi bawah. Right. Until the volume of the solution is exactly 500 ml. What is the concentration? Dia suruh cari apa? Molarity. Alright. Of the final solution. Okay. Tulis, kalau tak sure nak buat apa dengan soalan ni, tulis. At least tulis. Molarity equals to number of moles of solute over volume of solution in liters. Okay. Sekarang, if you look at the question properly, ada tak dia bagi number of moles of solid? Tiada. Ada tak dia bagi volume of solution? Yes, they gave you. Tapi dia cakap water is added to this. Tapi volume of solvent tiada. Maksudnya volume of solute je ada. So, volume of solute ada. Volume of solvent tak ada. Volume of solution pun tiada. Macam mana nak cari? Dua komponen, dua unknown, satu known. You cannot find. Okay, next. Molarity dia bagi. So, let's say you letak molarity kat sini. 0.866 equals to number of moles of solid. Volume of solution pun tiada. Dua-dua kat atas dengan bawah ni pun tiada. Molar mass pun dia tak bagi. Kalau mass dia tak bagi, macam mana nak mass over molar mass untuk cari number of moles? You cannot do it right. Now, the trick in here is to look at the situation in another way. Dulu kan masa korang form 5 dah belajar acids and bases kan? Kan kita belajar neutralization. Neutralization, you learn about concentration. Apa dia tanya kat sini? Concentration. Yes, they are asking about molarity. But in the final solution, masa dia cakap in the final or in the beginning, maksud dia ada timeline. Ada permulaan, ada akhir dia. Sekarang dia tanya akhir. Kalau dia tanya akhir, what process do you think this is? Tengok water. Exactly. You add water into something. Dulu dah belajar acid and bases. This formula. Kan yang 1 ni untuk your beginning and 2 is for your ending. Molarity of your first part or in the beginning sudah ada. Volume of your first part or the beginning sudah ada. Volume, tengok sini, exactly 500 ml. Which means you have to substitute 500 je. Volume of your second part sudah ada. What do you need to find? Final solution punya concentration. Literally means your M2. Kenapa? M2 is molarity. Molarity is concentration. Okay? So, you just sub in your value over here. You will get your M2. Don't forget units dalam your punya calculation. That is number 1. Number 2, jangan lupa formula. And number 3, please make sure that betul-betul tiada info dalam ni, baru you look at the situation properly. Something add with something. Tapi tiada apa-apa yang lain. Basically, you are trying to reduce the concentration of KNO3 by adding water. The moment that comes in your mind, there's 2 methods. Number 1, guna formula ni. Kalau tak cukup data, straight away go to M1V1 equals to M2V2. Alright guys, any questions?
No.
Okay. Alright, so what I'd like you guys to do actually is, your homework will be number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. These 4 questions. Initially there was 5, right? Now it's only 4 questions, okay? Only these 4 questions I'd like you guys to do as homeworks and pass it up via WhatsApp PDF format. Alright guys, good luck. If there's any questions, you guys can stay. If there's no questions, then you may take leave. Thank you very much.